Everybody's gone skating, Skating USA. Atlantis were one of the smaller 8-bit budget software houses. I didn't see many of their games on sale. Companies I saw were usually like Mastertronic and their sub-labels, Hit Squad, Kicks, Codemasters, and even Players. Alternative as well, quite a lot of alternative stuff. But Atlantis had these $2.99 and $1.99 budget games, and later $3.99 that they put out. We've looked at one of them on ChinnyVision before, Cavemania, by the Shaw Brothers, and this game's an earlier game by the same coders. There's 3 of the Shaw Brothers, in fact, and at this time they coded their games on the Spectrum, so this is the lead version. 48K music. There is a version with 128K music online, but suggestion appears to be that it's a hack for 128K machines that also has the multi-load removed. So this is actually a follow-up to Super Kid, which was released, well, Zap reviewed Super Kid in the same issue as Skating USA. You've woken up one morning as Super Kid and you've lost all your magical superpowers, so now you have to solve crime instead, or beat crime, by riding a skateboard through New York. So the first level is Urban Park, and there you are. Your skateboard has inertia, and you can throw things through the catapults. We've got 42 things left now. And your energy is depicted by the Coke cans there. I've got 5 of those left. Every time you hit a baddie or they hit you, you lose one of those lives. 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's game over. Over to the Commodore 64. CPC and C64 versions coded by Pantheon Software. You will, of course, remember Cavemania from a couple of years ago on ChinnyVision. Same coders of the conversions on that, and the Shaw Brothers coded Cavemania on the Spectrum. So you'd be hoping on the C64 you get some scrolling action, but no, it is still flick screen. But the sprites are all buttery smooth. You have to collect cash to light up the Skating USA logo in order to be able to exit the level. Burgers and food boost your energy. It's all very fast. You can't really pull skating tricks or skateboarding tricks. You think you can jump off some of the platforms, but there's no real... You can't jump on the baddies, even though the... There you go. I'm dead. It's quite hard. And there you go. See, on the Amstrad loading screen there, you're jumping on the baddie, but if you touch the baddie on the head, you lose one of your energies, of which you start off with 6 here on the Amstrad, which is, well, it's the same engine as Cavemania, isn't it? It's very similar. Cavemania has more polished graphics, but Pantheon Software have used exactly the same engine. Come to think of it, the Shaw Brothers probably have as well. This got 79% from Crash, 82% from your Sinclair. However, Zap gave it 36% and didn't really like it. The name of the main character you're playing is Super Kid, aka Tom Essex. Not Joey Essex from The Only Way is Essex, Tom Essex, or David Essex. What am I saying? This is ChinnyVision. No one's going to know who Joey Essex is. I couldn't tell you what he looks like, but I know the name. But Tom Essex, like David Essex. Perhaps when the sprite flips around, he'll have an earring in one ear. Back on the Spectrum. So you can jump through the sky, and that's the extent of your skateboarding tricks. You think you'll be able to do various things, but no. So now you have to skate for bonus. And you do this between each level. So it's gone a bit California Games, and you go up there, and when the bonus runs down, and the bonus is your timer, by the way, at the start of each level, so... Right, so we start off on level 2, and you can see that bonus ticking down, as if the game wasn't hard enough. But now I'm cheating, so that's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's a very hard game. I think it was George Sinclair who said this game was just the right side of hard. We're on the 64. And we're going towards the end of the level, but I've still got 3 letters of... well, 2 letters now of Skating USA to light up. And I'm cheating on the 64 as well. It would be so great if you could jump on the enemies' heads. Why can't you do that? Why can't you pull a skateboard trick, land on the enemies and incapacitate them? There's a quick shout out for the ChinnyVision Patreon. It helps keep this channel ad-free, helps support the channel. And if you do come along for just £1, €1 or $1 a month, you get previews of upcoming videos and also, from time to time, exclusive videos as well. And now we're over to the Amstrad version and we completed level 2. I'm also cheating on the Amstrad version. It's a very hard game because of the aforementioned lack of energy and the fact every enemy basically can hit you and you can't use your skateboard to kill people. So you keep on skating on this until your bonus runs out just to pick up some extra points. So we start off with 7,000 points on level 3, which is Chinatown. There's another Super Kid game as well. It's Super Kid in Space. So presumably Zeppelin and the Shaw Brothers and Pantheon Software were just hammering one engine. And when they got bored of that, they just made Cavemania. I'm imagining that's how it went. No 16-bit versions of this, unlike Cavemania. Sprites. See, what are these enemy sprites on the... Are they nude men riding bikes? Is that it? And what are these things? Spacemen? You can't even say the sprites are full of character or anything. They're just very basic and crudely drawn, with nude men riding through the screen, baddies with guns and spacemen. Everything's very indistinct and not very well defined. Cavemania has far more charming sprites than this. So I've cheated my way to the end of level 3 on the Amstrad. So now we go to stage 4, the forest on the Spectrum. The coins don't contribute to your Skating USA logo lighting up sequence. You need the notes. See, the only real acknowledgement to skateboarding is the inertia and the speeding up and slowing down of the board. It'd be great if you could jump off things onto baddies, as I say, spin round on a sixpence, do all that stuff. I don't know the names. I'm not Tony Hart. I don't know skateboarding, but all that stuff skateboarders do. Graze your knees and fall over, I imagine. But the other stuff... Oh, I've died. This game is very hard. Amstrad version. I don't know what this level is, but they all look the same, don't they, really? The same nude men riding through the level. 3 different types of baddies. Sometimes the baddies change colour. And again, I dropped in there via a cheat on the Amstrad and couldn't get through the level. C64 version. Well, I'm definitely fully cheating with immunity on. No, it just... There's something with this game that makes you think there could be something really fun here. Not just a standard platformer, but zooming around on your skateboard, jumping over things, spinning around, flipping in midair. No, it's just a really repetitive and dull platformer on wheels. And wheels don't improve everything. In fact, some things like this, they potentially make it worse. So that's the game completed on the C64. And yeah, congratulations to the Shaw Brothers, Onion and Rod. Skating USA. Well, on the one hand, yes, it's a competent budget game, but it's just too hard. And the levels are so samey with the same baddies. It's, look, we've got an engine, would just hammer out another game with Super Kid, but on wheels. It's like Starlight Express. Let's take a musical and put it on wheels. On the one hand, you may not be complaining too much for $2.99. It's certainly not the worst of this later budget era. And we've seen some real dross on this channel from the likes of Players and Zeppelin and so on. But I think it's a game that's systematic of developers who need to just keep churning out games very, very quickly using the same engine. And like Cavemania, actually all three of these 8-bit versions are fine. They've got competent graphics, competent sound, competent gameplay, but it is hard. But they all suffer from, as I say, the developers just need to keep churning out games with the same engine. It's interesting how Zap gave this just 36%, when the Spectrum versions get 79% and 82% from Crash and YS respectively, and yet ostensibly they have the same games at the same level on both platforms. But at the end of the day, this game is so middle of the road, so, I don't know, margarita pizza, that you just wish it was either slightly worse so I could get worked up about it, or just slightly better so I could encourage you to play it. But it's just, yeah, it just exists.